Hey! Live. Ugh. We is lives. We is lives. Cold tea. What is up? CPAP's first one in here, even though it shows 0 people in here. Gotta love YouTube. Gotta love it. What's up? Juan. Jim Jarena has a question about lumpers. Alan Bequette, what's up? Lumpers are lame, if that's your question there. Mr. Best, I.E. or A.K. Roscoe. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been about 3 days. Oh my gosh. I can't go a whole week without doing a live video. Big Row Little Truck, what's up? I mean, Heath Close, what's up? Oh man. Michael N, how's it going? Finally got out of the house. Finally. Do they only unload or do they load as well? They only unload, Jim. They only unload. So common sense would say if you want to unload the truck yourself, you're allowed to, but a lot of these places won't let you on the dock. Or they'll be like, yeah, you can unload the truck, but then they'll give you this crappy pallet jack. So 99.9% of the time, you end up paying the lumper. It's highway extortion, if you ask me. So I'm sitting here in Neosho, Missouri. We're off to a good start. I showed up. Now, mind you, the Raycon says 4 o'clock. And I deliver at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Which, it dawned on me that I lose an hour once I cross the Indiana state line. Hey, you're right, I am backwards. Huh. I thought it was just an iPhone thing. So, I get here at 3 o'clock. Emailed the broker that I arrived. I go to check in. It's like 3:05, you know. And, you know, you write down your pickup number, and she gets on her little radio and says, so-and-so, your 1 o'clock is here. I'm like, 1 o'clock? So I looked at my Raycon sheet again. It still says 4 o'clock. So I was like, and he's like, yeah, put him door 15 or wherever I'm at, 15. And I apologized to her. I apologized. Broker told me to be here at 4 o'clock. She's like, oh no, it's not a big deal. I think we had one at 1, we had one at 3. And the 3 o'clock here was here at 1. I'm like, now I'm kind of wondering, because I had called this broker about 2 of these loads earlier today, and they had them at these times that you couldn't do. You know, this particular one, the time is doable, the delivery time. And now I'm kind of wondering if the delivery time's even going to be right. So I'm heading to Shelbyville, Indiana. Okay, well, we might cross paths. Raise your right hand. No, it's this one. Daniel Adami. What's up? So, but yeah, it's... So guess who's going to get a phone call? Ouch. When I get loaded. Might have been the broker already. No, that's broker asked me if I'm in Springfield. The one that helped me book today. Okay. Apparently there's a little bit of confusion in the broker's office. Good job, good job. So, I'm here, start over. Okay, well, here, let's test this. Does that look forward to you? Or does it look backwards? That will determine whether it's backwards or not. There you go. Looks forward, looks backwards on my end. That's weird. So, the other element of surprise, as many times as I come in here, I didn't know this. They're like, yeah, shift change happens at 3:30. So, guess who bumped the dock right at 3:20? Me. So, that means I'm going through a shift change. So, I got a red light, and I don't have anything loaded on the trailer yet, and it's 3:40. Yukon, what's up? Ricardo. What it do, Jordan? What it do? So YouTube's been kind of quiet here lately. It's kind of nice. I freaking hate when they do that to me. Surprise. Larry Fisher, what's up? So I'm here getting loaded. I got a full clock. I was hoping to get here early so I could hit a Walmart on the way, but I might have to settle for trying to get to the Walmart that I park at and doing my shopping then. If not, I guess I'll eat I guess it's going to be an expensive week, or at least a couple of days. Doesn't have to put on the red light. Neither does Roxanne there, Yukon. Neither does Roxanne. So we got the red light, speaking of which, and we're just waiting to get loaded. Kevin, what's up? So this load's nice and light. It's supposed to be 18,000 pounds. So we're going to go a little bit faster for this trip. I'm working local now. I'm happier, so our shoppers and receivers still milking it. Well, Ricardo, that's the eternal struggle in trucking. You know, there are some things that are never going to change, ever. Some companies will be better at it than others. Anybody who's ever delivered at a Costco knows that they got their act together. Anybody who's ever delivered at a Cisco, not so much. The place where I'm going is yet to be determined. So, Goat Stab, what's up? You're heading home for a mini vacation. Daniel Dami, you probably deserve it. You work pretty hard. You're always rolling. And congratulations on quit smoking. Gaming, like tennis or something like that. Tennis, that's a game. Basketball. Where's the load going? Indianapolis. I will not say the name of the customer. Arc Subnautica. Never heard of that. I am not a gaming person by whatsoever. I own a PS2, and we own, I think, the old school Nintendo, and then we own a GameCube. And that's it. That's the extent of my gaming. I don't have patience for games. I don't have the free time for games. Yeah, so. Yukon's all 80s up in here. 80s. I have a PS4 in the truck, but use it for watching movies and Blu-ray. Yeah, I used to have a PS2 in the truck, but then I destroyed it. See, I don't have the patience for games either. Are we starting the fast day, or do you want to wait? We're going to wait, little Viking coach. What new diet are you on? Not on any diet, I'm just cutting carbs. I'm not at 100%. It's getting to the point where I'm eating a little bit better. Well, I'm eating better on the road. But like, it's easier to eat less while I'm home. So I may have a little bit more carbs when I'm at home, but I'm eating less. So CPAP is in also. Okay. Jonathan Wheeler, you're heading to St. Louis from Richburg, Kentucky. Intermittent fasting is good. You can see the truck shaking, so they're loading me. So if they can load me by 4:30, I'll still be good to go. And then the fact I won't slow down. See, in Missouri on I-44, between mile markers 150 and 240 is where all the main hills are. Once I get past those, I'm good. Big Rich is ready too. Mick Higgy, what's up from the UK? I started eating more fish than meat. I recommend it. Yeah, Ricardo, there's a possible thing in the works that will put me doing more cooking videos, if that makes sense to you guys. And then I really wanted to do something this week as far as cooking videos, but you know, Big Rich and I have been talking a lot about the diet stuff, and Little Viking Coach, as much as you joke around and stuff, you know, I think you're pretty serious about your diet, because you don't seem to be an overweight dude, from what I can tell. I like your tip on the buffet to just get it to go, and it's half the price, and you're not tempted to eat all that stuff sitting there. Looks like you've been drinking water. You look hydrated. I could be better about my water, but I definitely, the only thing I drink, guys, like this is full of tea, unsweet tea. So I definitely don't acquire calories in my drinks. When I drink coffee, it's black. If I do put something in my coffee, it's just a little bit of milk, no sugar. This has no calories. So I've got bottled water in the cooler, and I've got Perrier, also unflavored, just straight carbonated water. You know, I like doing that every now and then, especially during a meal. So my goal when I go to Walmart is to buy nothing but frozen vegetables and meat. That's it. There's no, I might get burritos, you know, those frozen burritos, but they're full of salt. Heath Close has lost 40 pounds on keto. Accident in Wheeling. That's bad. With the heat, I've been stacking on frozen organic whole green beans. Good stuff. Wow, I've never thought of that, Alan. That's pretty cool. Close enough to me, but not close enough for Popeyes. Says Big Road Little Try. I just got tired of feeling like crap. Real food makes me feel best. Little Viking Coach, I can definitely relate to that. I think, you know, everything's kind of like in steps, you know. And, you know, and Big Rich made a point on Facebook about cigarette smoking. You can't just gradually, some people, okay, let me rephrase that. Some people can't just gradually quit. You have to like make the decision, and once you feel the benefits, then it becomes easier. No problem, we'll take care of the buffet you left behind. Hate to insult the cook. Says Benjamin. Walmart has some naturally flavored carbonated water that hits the spot when missing sodas. Smoothie, I don't really miss sodas. I just do Perrier. You know, once you can beat sugar addiction, then you're in the right direction. Like yesterday, I had kind of a sugar craving, and I had a banana instead of, you know, what was available to me. And then this morning, my wife makes this awesome oatmeal. She puts blueberries and cinnamon in it, and it might as well be sweetened, you know. And that fills you up. And then the other thing is, like, if you buy the steel oats that you have to boil, a lot of people don't realize is that if you just put it in a bowl overnight, it'll soak it up and you don't have to boil them. Then you just nuke them up in 3 minutes and you're done. So try natural honey and oatmeal. I only shop on the outside aisles of the grocery store. Just don't buy anything from the center aisles. Yeah, that's true. All the processed stuff is in the center, and that's pretty much what I do. When I go into Walmart, I go straight to the back where the frozen stuff is and the bottled water. Then I'll grab stuff like, you know, Ziploc bags, paper towels, silverware, stuff like that. And then I go right to after I get my frozen vegetables, and I go all the way to the salad area, the produce area, and then I pass by the meat section. You know, whether I get frozen or fresh, just depends. I haven't done a pork roast in a while in the lunchbox cooker, so I might go that route. And you know, Little Vikings, that's kind of like the paleo move, is you only do the outside of the deal there. Kaislin said he quit smoking 4 years ago. Best decision he's made. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not too hip, Spooby, on the flavored water. I'm good. You know, there's a lot of people that go, well, I can't drink a lot of water because I hate the taste of it, and it's like, I don't know, man. I love water. You know, I'm a good water drinker. Has anyone ever found the Mexican food buffet? Yes, there's a bunch in Springfield, Missouri. They're a little bit harder to maintain because, you know, the style of food, but they're there. Hate the taste, just pound it down. Right, Adam Gallagher. Yeah. I can guzzle a pretty good 8-ounce glass of water in seconds. Like bad beer, bad booze, right. You know, you got these people like, oh, I hate the taste of water, but then they'll drink a 12-pack of some crappy beer. But my weight loss has remained, like, I'm stagnating, so it's time for the next change. Alan Bequette, if you put the @ symbol and then your name, I think that's how it highlights. It only highlights for you. Mexican buffets are in every corner of Los Angeles. You know, what's funny is every Mexican restaurant I've been to, the portions are extremely generous. Like, I don't even see the need for a Mexican buffet. So, man, the flies are crazy. Flies. Exercise, says Hog Rider. That's true. Walking does help the circulation. You know, I've been reading that truck drivers should stop every 2 to 4 hours to go for a walk. Stretch your legs at least. There's not one Mexican buffet down in the Rio Grande Valley where I live, deep South Texas, and that's because I live close to the border. Let's see. I don't trust that organic fruit stuff. Guys, don't let the name organic fool you. Now, there are some things that there's difference, like bananas, there's a difference in them. But you got to remember, dog poop is 100% organic. You ain't going to eat it, right? Fish is sketchy, farm raised, and now ocean fish has way too many chemicals and heavy metals. Pacific Ocean has been filled with the reactor in Japan still leaking cooling water, says Sparky Dog. I see you have a back scratcher. I could definitely use one right now. Yep, that's a tool that every truck driver needs. Use coconut oil to cook with veggies, fruit, chicken. Lost 20 pounds, still smoke though. Drink distilled water. And my nose is just... Oh, with that attitude. What attitude, Dustin? I have an attitude. I'm pretty good about having an attitude. I believe I'm loaded. Maybe. The suspension gauge showing. Not eating dog poop. Yeah, so, you know, I really don't put a whole lot of weight in organic. Because there's been recalls on organic food all the time. You know, they're still allowed to use fertilizer. It's just all natural instead of, you know, chemicals. Yes, it's Big Rich's birthday. Daniel Adami is right. Everybody say happy birthday to Big Rich. So go to his channel or go to his newest video or his most recent video and tell him happy birthday. If you're not following him on Facebook. Now, I heard there's some drama going on in the orange world. How many of you guys are having difficulties with that new app that they've rolled out yet again? I've been watching a lot of drama on Facebook about that. Although, you know what's funny is I talked to a friend of mine today, and he said it's business as usual, man. He hasn't had any issues. So, new pay thingies. Yeah, I heard about that, the new tabs. A Hispanic friend asked if I knew if there was more tacos, burritos, and fathers. That's profanity. GMO is killer. Gotta get rid of Monsanto. Yep. Why would you use the app? Well, Goat's Dad, I'm hearing that like when you go to the mobile website, there it takes you to a link where you download the app. So I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and report about something I don't know anything about. I just know there's a lot of drama going on with the new Schneider app. Juan says no issues with the mobile app. Well, that's good. I think the thing that is the biggest complaint is you can't open multiple tabs, because when you're trying to string loads together, sometimes those open tabs are handy. You know, I remember having like 4 open tabs, and then once I got the load I wanted, I would click, 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 click that fast, and I had my whole week booked out. Everything but settlement statements work. Yeah, well, as long as you can book loads and make money, I guess there's no issue. I think a lot of that's attitude. You know, you got a lot of these drivers that, well, how dare they want, you know, permission to view my pictures and stuff like that. The only thing you got to give them is location. That's the only permission you got to give them. Kaislin says GMO is fine. Nothing wrong with GMOs. If anything, they're more nutritious than regular unmodified versions. There's a lot of people that would argue against their Kaislin. I'm not going to argue because I really don't research a lot of that. You know, if you're at a store and you want bananas, and if the only thing you can get is one way or the other, then, you know, it's better than not having any bananas. Dow Brothers, what's up? Oh, you making more money with Jeff? If so, how much more percentage-wise? I'm making a considerable amount more percentage. Jeff will have to give you that number. And yes, I'm making more money. Things are rocking in our world. Just bringing on 2 other guys, and the growth is steady and good. Trucker Eric, what's up? You gonna be at GATS this year? I was talking to Roscoe earlier about his new wrap stuff he's putting on his truck. I'm excited for him. Jonathan Houston, what's up? So you can book freight while you're So you can't book freight while your truck is moving. Right, Ghost Dad, that's why they did that. You know, Snyder is about taking all the liability away from themselves. That's why you're not allowed to technically be on the phone while driving. Because if you get in an accident while you're on the phone, whether it's your fault or not, that puts liability in the company's hands. So with Snyder putting out that whole thing of saying, hey, you have to sign this agreement that you're not going to be on the phone while driving, what that does is if you get busted doing that, then they could say, well, we told him not to do it. He signed an agreement that he wouldn't text or use the phone while driving. And so therefore that puts the liability out of their hands. That's why they do that. And that's what most mega carriers do. You know, they don't want the liability there. You know, there are companies out there that have social media contracts because they got guys that do live feeds while driving and everything, and that's not a good idea either. Especially if you read the comments. Have the rates increased at Schneider with the spot market increase? Benjamin Duke, from what my friends have told me, I've heard that they have. So I think it just depends on what part of the country you're in. Bunk bunnies? What's a bunk bunny? Oh, like somebody else in the truck booking your freight for you. Swift app's the same way. We can't accept loads, etc. while moving. Yeah, you're right about Werner there, Dustin. What would they say if the driver proves that they were the one on the call? LOL. Well, that's why, you know, it's technology has brought in a lot of gray areas that nobody wants to take any chances on. And more states are adopting a hands-free only, you know, like Georgia just passed that. And those of you who roll down the road, you've seen it. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. And, you know, pretty soon almost all the trucks are going to have collision mitigation systems on it. They're going to come standard, like where you can't even, like, not even have that option. A friend who rides with them. I'm sure if you called, you know. Schneider is a great training facility, but not to stick around. Some drivers stay there. I don't understand it. Well, it's a good security blanket. I made money there, you know. Am I making more money here? Yeah. But that's because I'm in a different market. I'm in a different aspect of trucking and picking freight, and I get a higher percentage. Orion, what's up? I sure would like to know who you were vague booking about the other day. Kaislin, Rhode Island just passed as well. They just opened their tolls for trucks. Yeah, another state I won't go in. It's beautiful up in Rhode Island, but no reason for me to be up there. That was the challenge with getting a load out of Springfield. Was everything coming out of here was going to dead end areas that I didn't like, that were, the markets were worse than what they were. Oh, your oldest sister? Okay. I thought you were talking about a YouTuber. Is my truck paid off? No. I've got another 2.5 years. I see us by, my paycheck doesn't suck. Right. Like I said, I got friends that are doing well over there. And they enjoy the consistency. And that consistency is nice when the market becomes volatile. But right now the market's going to be pretty good for a while. It's been on the downswing, but that's because the 2 weeks after 4th of July are always kind of in trucking in general. All 4.5 miles of toll road in Rhode Island. Jeez. Some state, and they want like $100, right? New house. Some states have adopted a new policy for four-wheelers being caught with a phone in their hand while driving. Major fine. If I remember right, that's $250, and that left lane law being enforced. Yeah, Alan, California's really cracking down on that. Listen, there's no reason why, whether you drive a car or a truck, why you can't have your phone in a mount. There just isn't. I mean, mounts are kind of pricey, but yet what's worse? You know, a big fine and a mark on your record, or a $40 mount, you know? And I prefer using Bluetooth. I mean, even if I'm at home, I bring my headsets in with me. So if I have to talk to someone on the phone in the house, I do it on a headset. I hate doing this. So I don't see how people can do that while driving. And then like I've got a car stereo in my pickup. It's got like a little microphone here and Bluetooth, so I don't have to have a headset while I'm in the pickup truck. It's all hands-free. It's right there. I got one of these max mounts like this in the pickup. But the phone's never in my hand. I ride a motorcycle and it's scary how many people are on their phone while driving, right? How many miles am I running a week, Ricardo? That varies. Anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000. If I put my nose to the grind, maybe 2,100. Which is, that's always been the case. Washington really cracked down, says Eric. You can't even drink anything while driving. That's going a little bit too far. Yep, use a headset in my office too. Love the headsets. Right. All right. It's like, you know, they say these phones, the radiation from these phones are bad for you anyways. There's a lot of negativity right now about a lot of things, and it's kind of gotten to me a little bit. You know, everybody's so angry at each other. Everybody's so like they act like we're in a contest. You know, like it's a big, like life is a big contest. You know, I make more money than you, I gross more than you, my company's better than your company, that kind of stuff. And then, you know, add all the negative political climate and everything else, it just kind of makes you just shake your head, you know. Myth, old phones were crazy bad, says Fennell. I think it would be nice if phone carriers offer a headset for people when they buy their phones. Well, Jonathan, they kind of do. They give you those headphones. They have the little microphone on them. At least every phone I've gotten does that. You plug them into your phone jack and it's just like having a headset. Coffee is the #1 distraction, yet they don't enforce that. It's crazy if you think about it. Ricardo, Washington does though. Washington, I think New Jersey's like if you're caught doing this, you know, driving down the road, ticket. It's like they want everybody literally like this, you know. Stop watching the news. That's 85% of the world negative. Right. Well, I don't watch a whole lot of news, Benjamin. Apple does wireless earpieces with the new phones. Yeah, Android gives you those headsets, so those earbuds that have the microphone on the cord. Yeah, I agree, Juan. I think a lot of it's manufactured. You know, you got that hashtag walk away where supposedly all these Democrats are leaving the Democratic Party. And now there's other reports saying that it's the Russians doing that. Why would the Russians care if Democrats are leaving the Democratic Party? You know, you can't believe any of the news. You can't believe any of the hype. you know, come election time, that's when we'll see if everybody left the Democratic Party. Uh-oh. Something happened up here. TJ, what's up? How are you today, sir? How's the West? I miss driving out west. Rates are crap out there, though. Washington, no drinking, no eating, no smoking, no cell phone. List goes on for their destructive driving there. I know, Ricardo. I don't know how biblical you are, but in the end times, you can't trust anything. Orion, religion is another subject for another day. I have my personal beliefs, and, they've been predicting the end of the world for a long time. I remember when I was a teenager. It's going to happen in 1990. Didn't happen. It's going to happen in 1995. Didn't happen. It's going to happen in 1997. Didn't happen. 2000, 2012. You can't put a date on it. I agree. And I agree that it's hard to trust anybody these days. Let's see. Thunderstorms brewing. I love monsoon season, TJ. You work tech during Y2K? Yeah. But when is CNN going to give us proof on the collusion? Again, I don't, dude. Okay, let's do a story here, okay? Story time. I don't know all the facts. But remember when transgender bathroom, male, female issues were at hand with the bathrooms, right? Remember that? People were at Target protesting that Target was being lenient with the bathroom situation, okay? And the conservative people were protesting peacefully, did not get up in anybody's faces, they were just holding up signs. Then the non-conservative people got angry with them, and they got arrested because they were assaulting, and the cops were on the conservative side. Now, Target was allowing the whole transgender whole thing going on, which, frankly, I don't care, okay? If the wrong person wants to get on the wrong bathroom, they can do it. There's not like there's a guard at every bathroom, okay? It's going to happen. If a male or a female wants to go in the opposite bathroom, they're going to do it. There's nothing you can stop. A little sign on the front is not going to stop anybody from using the bathroom, okay? Now, here's the issue. You got all the conservatives that got all riled up, and you got all the Democrats, or the liberals, that all got all riled up. Two sides clashing. Who is the one that benefited the most from the entire thing? Who do you think that was? Was it the transgender people? No. Was it the conservatives? No. Was it the liberals? No. It was Target. Because now Target's in the news and their name is out there. You see, what people don't realize is that during World War II, companies like Ford and Mercedes and other companies made money on both sides of the war. It's the same thing. There was a vendor at the fair last year that literally had on one side of the tent, they had pro-Trump t-shirts and hats. And then on the other side of the tent, gay rights, pro-gay. right? That guy is a businessman, and he's making money from both sides. UConn says any press is good press. That's it. So while everybody's squabbling over the little details, the corporations get fatter and fatter and fatter. That's a fact. You know why? Because they're making money on both sides. That's it. Hell, yesterday I used the women's restroom. Men's restroom was being used. I had to go bad. Private, though. Yeah. Trump is pro-gay rights, though. Right, UConn. But see, people assume. Okay, so there was a news article today that I saw where people were being interviewed by this reporter about the new Supreme Court pick that Trump picked. And they were like, what do you think of Trump's new pick? And didn't even say the name, right? And everybody's all like, just all angry and stuff, right? And guess what? They hadn't even announced it yet. So these people were just talking because they hate Trump. But that's blind hate, people. Whether you're pro-Obama or pro-Trump, it does not matter to me. Because, again, I have my beliefs, I have my followings, I have the things that I know. But it's that blind hate. That's what you got to fear, whether it's from one side or the other. You know, why is it okay to, think about taking away the Civil War statues, taking away Laura Ingalls Wilder's book, that's erasing history. That is Fahrenheit 451 territory there, people. Instead of burning of the books, though, it's just wiping away information. What is the best way to make information disposable? Make it digital. At some point, the entire world history is going to be able to be deleted. I agree, UConn. It's not a discussion. I have no issues with either side on that. It is again, that's blind hate where people think that Trump is anti-gay, $1984, yeah. It's been like 30 years since I've read 1984. I should probably get that on audiobook and listen to it. Trying to get my tattoo out of the sun. And everyone always wonders why my offices have walls of books behind my desk. We have a ton of books too, Orion. We got a ton of books. Get out of here, stupid bee. Dude, get the hell out of here. I got a bee that's wanting to get in the truck. Just irritating it. But, yeah, so, you look who stands to make the most money from either argument. That's where the arguments come from. You're allergic? Yeah. Don't do what I just did then, TJ. You should listen to Rush Limbaugh. It's pretty interesting. I'm not far right. I'm not far left. I've listened to Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and then the other guys in the past. And a lot of it's just finger pointing, for the sake of hating. Come on, get out of here. There's nothing in here for you. Do you remember John Denver dying? Yes. He died in his little homemade plane thingamajigger. I prefer my books digital. I have a few hundred on my tablet with stuff I try. Right. I mean, there's a purpose for digital media. I have a Nook, and I have several books on it. I've got a lot of magazines. You know, having a Nook magazine subscription is definitely cut down on the waste. And so, you know, I get it. You know, digital's the way to go on that, but you know, we can't forget the libraries. Now, I always remembered him dying in a plane crash over the Rockies. Why are we talking about that, Ryan? I forgot what I was going to say. TikTok. I have 40 or 50 movies I've bought and gotten digital copies. Damn Mandela effect. Yeah, you know, I just kind of laugh at all of it. You know, I'm fully aware of the dangers that we face. You know, I think my new hobby is going to be gun collecting. Jeez, come on, get out of here. Die. I got a green light, guys. I gotta close this window. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching, and we are done.